What's the strangest family photo in your house? And what's the real story behind it? There's this weird family photo on our living room wall. Everyone who visits asks about it because it's just so off. It's me and my mom and this random guy who is definitely not my dad, standing in front of some lake I don't recognize. I'm like 5 in the photo, wearing this ugly yellow dress I don't remember, and we're all smiling like we're the happiest family ever. Except we weren't a family. I never knew who that man was. Mom always just laughed it off when people asked. Oh, that's just an old friend, she'd say. Or sometimes she'd get this look and say we don't talk about Derek, and then change the subject super fast. It became this weird joke in our house that no one would explain to me. I asked her about it so many times growing up. Like, who is this random dude that's in our family photo? And why do we have it displayed if he's not important? She'd get all weird and say things like, it's complicated, or you were too young to remember, and then literally walk away. Super frustrating. When I was 13, I got fed up and tried to take the photo down. Mom caught me and freaked out, screaming, crying, the works. It was the only time I ever saw her lose it completely. She kept saying, you can't take him away from me, which made zero sense because it was just a photo. She grounded me for a month. After that, I kind of developed this weird obsession with the photo. I'd stare at it for hours trying to remember anything about that day or that man. He had his arm around my shoulders in the photo. We looked comfortable together, like he knew me, but I had zero memory of him. When I was 16, I decided to do some detective work. Waited until Mom was at work and tore apart the attic looking for more photos or anything that could tell me who Derek was. Found nothing. Not a single other photo of him anywhere. Which was weird because Mom kept everything. Every school paper, birthday card, random craft project I ever made. But nothing about this man who was important enough to be in our only displayed family photo. I started asking family members. My Aunt Wilda, Mom's sister, got super uncomfortable when I brought it up. Said something about how some things are better left in the past and changed the subject. My grandma straight up told me never to mention that man to my mother again. Said it would only bring her pain. I even did one of those ancestry DNA tests secretly hoping to find some unknown relatives that would lead me to Derek. Nothing came of it though. Just confirmed what I already knew about my family tree. Then last year Mom got diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. It hit hard and fast. Within months, she was having really bad days where she didn't recognize me or know where she was. It was brutal watching her fade away like that. On her good days, I tried asking about the photo again. Figured if she was losing her memories anyway, maybe she'd finally tell me the truth. But she'd just get confused or change the subject. On her bad days though, that's when things got weird. She'd sometimes look at the photo and start crying. One time she saw me looking at it and called me Talia. My name is not Talia. When I corrected her, she got angry and insisted that I was Talia. And why was I playing such a cruel joke on her? As her condition got worse, she started having these moments where she'd talk to people who weren't there. One night I heard her in the living room at 3 a.m. having a full conversation with someone. When I went downstairs, she was standing in front of the photo, crying and apologizing over and over to Derek, begging him to forgive her, saying she never meant for it to happen. It was creepy off and I started wondering if maybe Derek had been abusive or something. Like maybe this was some trauma response and that's why no one would talk about him. After Mom had to move to a care facility, I had to clean out the house. I found this old box of paperwork in the back of her closet. Mostly boring stuff like old tax returns and insurance policies. But there was this yellowed newspaper clipping from like 25 years ago. It was about a boating accident where a man and his daughter drowned. The man was Derek Ward. The daughter was Talia Ward, age 6. There was a photo of them in the article. It was the same man from our family photo. I was confused af. So I called my Aunt Wilda and demanded answers. She broke down crying and finally told me everything. Apparently before I was born, Mom had been engaged to Derek. He had a daughter named Talia from a previous relationship. Mom loved that little girl like her own. They were going to be a family. But then the accident happened. Derek and Talia were in a boat that capsized during a storm. They both drowned. Mom completely lost it. Had a full psychotic break. Couldn't accept they were gone. Kept insisting Talia was still alive. That's when Wilda and my grandparents decided to get her help. She was hospitalized for months. When she got out, she seemed better. Met my dad shortly after. Got married. Had me. The family photo on our wall wasn't real. It was photoshopped. My aunt said Mom had taken a photo of me in a yellow dress, Talia's favorite color, and had somehow combined it with an old photo of her with Derek and Talia. She'd edited me in place of Talia. Created this fantasy photo of the family she lost combined with her actual daughter.